We keep it real. On the mic, Mike, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the premier business radio program. We're here coming to you today. We're talking football, and we got a esteemed trainer in the house. As I always say, it's a business show. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Yes, sir, man. Rock Carmichael, ex-Hokies, 4th round draft pick. You know, I did a little football. I played a little football.
You did more than. Excuse me. Can we real quick? All right.
He can't hear.
So on the mic, Mike, right here, we got Mr. Carmichael with the sound a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
all right. So that's what happened here. We having a good time. You know, this guy's excited. They got kids going.
It's a party.
It is a party. That's how we do it. All righty. So you did more than a little football. We just had Ken Oxen down here, one of your fellow Hokies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So where'd you go to high school?
I'm actually from Maryland, man. I went to Gwynn Park High School in the DMV area up there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get to Virginia Tech? What was the lure going there?
Oh man, you know, I wasn't like, you know, the young guys we just had sitting on the couch. I didn't have a lot of offers, a lot of, you know, scholarships to go. I actually did a one-day workout for Coach Beamer and threw me a scholarship that one day and took that.
So wait a second, man. You got a scholarship off of just rolling up in there one day?
Yeah, man. I had to bum a ride, right? So I had one of my boys. His name Phil Taylor.
Well, we got to give a shout out to Phil Taylor.
Hey, shout out to Phil. Shout out to Big Phil, man. I say that all the time. Yeah, he was a 5-star recruit, 6'5", 350 pounds, defensive lineman, coming out of high school. Had feet like Fred Flintstone, you know, like twinkle toes. And everybody in the country wanted him. I was, you know, his little partner. You know, I rode in all the cars, took all the trips. And it wasn't until that one day we met Coach Beamer, and, you know, I performed, and it was history from there.
What position did you play?
Defensive back.
Alrighty, and we talk about defensive backs. I just had the guys on. You got to have a short memory as a defensive back. You just can't keep.
Definitely, man.
What happened?
That's the game. You know, you're going to have 90 plus plays in the game. You're going to get beat on. You know, you're going to get caught on, and you got to keep playing.
Alrighty, so you go from playing, you spent some time in my hometown, Philly.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Okay.
I played with the Eagles. I was with Chip Kelly. I was on that team with Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson and, you know, all the
now, being from Philly, you know that Monday night game was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know it was. That game goes down in history.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That Washington game.
That Washington game.
That was it.
That was it. Legendary, man.
Yes, it was. But then Chip Kelly, the wheels fell off.
Chip Kelly was a different type of coach. You know, I think he would do better in college.
Which he is doing.
Yeah, which he's doing. So.
All right. So when you talk about schemes, and like you said, Chip Kelly came to the Eagles. There was a lot of hoopla.
Right.
That team was balling.
Right.
What was it like being in the mix there? It seemed like the city's on fire.
Right.
With the whole, you know, everybody running at the speed of light. Everybody.
Right. It was a lot, man. You know, it was like you said, the running at the speed of light. Remember when he first came, and it was the offense was so fast. It was so fast. That was a big thing. You know, him coming from college and used to playing with 100+ guys on the roster, now getting cut down to 45 was different, right? A 46-man roster, so it looked good. Like that Washington game, it started good.
Yes, it did. But
midway through the season, you were Eagles fans, with a lot of injuries. You know, guys were beat up. You know, but like you said, if we running 2-3 times more plays than the regular offense, you know, the defense on the field 2-3 times as longer. You know, you got injuries, man. And you can do that in college, but
because you got the people.
You got enough people.
All right, so here, let's talk about your football player. Like you said, Coach Beamer. Now, I lived 10 years at Penn State.
Okay.
So, you know, Joe Paterno, regardless of the craziness that went on, he was the whole Frank Beamer thing. You know, they put a whole town on the map.
Legends.
They were legends. Let's talk about the first time, and you know what it meant for you to call coach.
Right.
Let's talk about the first time somebody called you coach.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's talk about, what did that feel like?
It felt good, man, and you know, I stuck with it. That's why I'm here sitting on the couch right here today. Being able to be like a mid-piece, like a guide, you know, for the boys that's going on to the next level. Because there's a lot of bull crap you got to deal with.
Yes, there is.
You know, it's a lot of mental stability, you know, that I try to be there to help them with. That I wish I had, you know, coming through it, but you know, that was my story. I went through it and I did what I did. But now, just being able to sit here and help, like I said, as much as possible for the young men to be better when they go on.
Because it's a different time now. This whole name, image, and likeness thing, they got opportunities where, hey, people's doing what they had to do to survive back in the day.
Right.
Now that's above board.
Right.
Everybody getting paid.
It's different. And I like to say I came out of Virginia Tech, graduated 2010, 2011 draft. So we were kind of the beginning of that.
Okay.
We were, I played at Tech, Tyrod Taylor, Cam Chancellor, Jason Worlds, some legendary guys that went on and did well in the NFL. But we were guys that were questioning the system. We were able to see, through social media, we went to the Orange Bowl and, these coaches got a bonus $200,000-$300,000 and they gave us a steak dinner. It was information we had access to. And like I said, man, there was a lot that went on with that, but that's a whole nother story.
That is another story for another. You got to come back on because that's the business side of it.
Yeah.
And the business side can be kind of murky at times.
Listen, I was one of those guys that was, on the NCAA football game. I had the star around my name, the fans in the crowd wearing the jersey. I was the guy on the field doing the coin toss. And when NCAA had to pay out its players, right? So I maxed out every cert, every credit you could get from the NCAA, and we still only got about $3,000. Right?
It's a new day.
And now today, yeah, it's like.
All right, so you're sitting on the couch. We just had a couple of your guys here. Let's talk about who those guys are and what steps that you think is. What's happening in the world for them? Because they're going to take big moves.
Yeah, man. Well, first off, Takai Heath and Antonio Cotman are both amazing young men, on the field and off the field. I met these guys probably about freshman year. I'm coaching on the rival circuit. I'm coaching on the Under Armour circuit. And for the guys in the sports field, that's major recruiting circuit where all the top talent come and compete against each other, and you hit head-up competition. And as young athletes, these guys, they stood out to me, and it just so happened to be that they were local guys to me. I consider them the DMV all local.
Okay.
Any part of DC, Maryland, and Virginia, because I'm a Hokie, I know guys, from each area. And, them being from Richmond, I got some Highland Springs connections with Macho Harris and those guys coming from way back. And we linked up. And like I said, it's beautiful to see them actually choose Tech and go that route. I don't think that I pushed them that way. It was natural. They chose it on their own.
I don't know. That's what people always say.
I didn't do that.
Ox is talking the same thing.
Look, you say
it is what it is.
But I heard you earlier. You said you seen these guys at West Virginia. You seen them at some other schools. I was there with them, right? So I'm a Hokie, but I still, we going to Boston College. We're going to South Carolina. I want to.
You're not saying you're a homer. Like, I ain't saying I'm from Philly.
Right.
But let's get things straight.
Yes, sir.
That's where I'm from.
That's where you're from.
That's where the allegiance lies, because that's where your memories are in Blacksburg.
Definitely.
And you light up when you go back there.
Definitely. I definitely.
And they roll out the red carpet.
They do, man. They treat me well. Thank Coach Beamer, Bud Foster, Torian Gray. I played with legendary coaches, played for legendary coaches, and we did some good things.
Yeah, it's good. The stuff that you're putting in these young men, it's always something. That's what we need in our community, people like you. On the Mike, so how can people find you out there?
Rock Carmichael, man. You can look me up. Bappin' Ain't Easy Bino, man. It's a hard social media app, but
wait, what is it?
Bappin' Ain't Easy Bino.
Okay.
It's something I started. I received blue checks and things like that. I blew up on social media early, right? The early 2000s. So that was one of my growing up names. I had started a nonprofit at 16, 17 years old.
You still do it now?
Yes, sir. We definitely.
All right, come on, man. You got to tell us about it. Last year we donated 24,000 minutes of free airtime to nonprofits. What's your name of it?
Beautiful. Bless All People, man. We have a nonprofit, Bless All People. The beginning of, like you said, what we do now. It's hard to start out with that, but like I said, that's what my name comes from. Bappin' Ain't Easy Bino. Bappin' Ain't Easy. Bless All People. give out what you can, man. Who are you not to help the next man? You know, we keep doing what we can.
Yes.
You know, that's it.
Rock Carmichael here, ladies and gentlemen. This is part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network. ESPN Richmond 106.1, 5 to 7 a.m. That's where you find us, as the Choice International Business Radio as well. We got to go. Like I always say, hey, make sure this is a radio show. It's not a podcast, nothing against podcasts, but as I say, make sure you take care of sponsors and advertisers. You'll hear them because the microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids need stuff. So make sure you sponsor them and take care of them so I can stay on the air. We got to go. Take care now.